It's June 19th, 2018, and this is your daily intuitive hit. Today's card, ironically, is the oppression card. I say ironically because today is also Juneteenth. And if you're not familiar with what Juneteenth is, let me just give you a really brief history lesson. June 19th, 1865 is when all of the former slaves in the outermost parts of the Confederacy in Texas were informed 2 years after the signing of the Emancipation Proclamation that they were indeed free. And what is more oppressive than slavery? It, of course, didn't start in the United States of America, and it certainly didn't end there. It is one of those things that are just as, it is akin to the human heart as much as love is, unfortunately. But oppression, it can take two forms. It can take external, societal, forms, or it can take the internal. The societal is pretty obvious. All you have to do is turn on the television right now and you see power plays played out in living color. From children being taken away from their parents to building walls. All of this is to oppress people. Why? Makes no sense, does it? The other type of oppression is internal. And that usually happens after someone or something has consistently told you that you are less than, not important, stupid, and will never amount to anything. You then play the part of both the oppressor and the oppressee, and you continue it, although no one is directly telling you these things. And it's an interesting concept to think of, like, how do you free yourself from this? Physical or societal oppression in a lot of ways seems harder to break. How do you make yourself not a slave? How do you stop being discriminated against? Do you know what I mean? But the truth of the matter is, it's all about your mind. I'm reminded of Nelson Mandela, who was in prison for 27 years. And I'm sure he suffered. But that man, if you read his autobiography, and I would suggest you do, that man was never enslaved. He was never in prison because he believed in himself. And he also believed that what his mission was greater than any kind of punishment that anyone could impose upon him. So when you think about your life and the things you struggle with, are you oppressing yourself? Just because you may be in a situation where you're being oppressed by some sort of authority figure doesn't mean that you have to continue it. Free your mind, and the rest will follow. See you tomorrow.